Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how I made my game Block Bash, a copy of Geometry Dash. It has 3 levels. It's very simple. I don't know if it's good or not, but you guys can play it if you go to my page. If you go to my itch.io page, ZSoul Dev. So you can play all my games and more. Anyways, basically what I did for this one is I always start with making all the art. So first I made the background, then I made the character, which is a fox. Don't ask why I made it a fox, because I don't know. That just came to my mind because I thought there wasn't any foxes in the game. So then I started working on a ground sprite, and this was going to be the ground sprite for like the top of stuff, in Geometry Dash, but I never actually got to actually doing the top green part on any of the levels. So instead I just went with the plain green part. So then after I did that, I started absolutely speed running everything. So I started doing that, making everything massive and mirroring it, all that stuff. And I started to actually cook during my game. A lot of times I was like, how do you do this? But then more times I actually knew what I was doing, so that was good. Then once I did that, I basically figured out like I was trying for a while, and then I finally realized that I was actually making sprites instead of tiled backgrounds, and that wasn't going to work because I would have. Oh, wait, I just realized I could have done that because it's just green. Okay. Anyways, then once I did that, I just made some simple code for the little fox thing to constantly move. And I also made it so you can jump. Then I was like, the screen is way too small. So I knew I had to make it even bigger. Even bigger. Bigger. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yes. I started to try to make something like better. Like after I made this, I wanted to make like whatever it's called. I wanted to make a Spike. So I did that, imported it into the game, and I made the same mistake again, trying to make a sprite instead of a tiled background. This time I got it though. I was able to do it and start to make some obstacles. But here's the thing. I wanted to make some more stuff. Just some simple stuff. Putting it there, I now realize that was a bad idea because no one will ever actually hit that unless they're being AFK. But even if they do that, even if they are AFK, they'll just end up right where they were again once they die. So then I was confused why I was going through the map. But then I realized I hadn't added a solid to it yet. And then I also figured out I should probably make the hitbox a little bit more viable, so you can actually tell a little bit more where the stuff is. Then this is the part where I was like, where it actually got hard for me. Because in this part, once I figured out how to do all this stuff, then I had to add portals. And I am horrible at making stuff for portals. And I don't mean the art, I mean actually coding the thing changing into the thing. So at first I made a rough draft of that, but then I realized I should still go with pixel art. And I just made a simple portal like that. Then simply imported that into the game. And that would be nice if like once you touch it, you will like turn into a ship. Now this is the part where I started absolutely selling on everything. Because well, you'll see. You know, this was so stressful for me. Like, I wanted to make a game really fast, but then I realized that I couldn't even do this because, for reasons, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, anyways, after I did that, I tried to test it out after a while of trying to actually get past these stupid spikes. But once I did that, it was pretty easy. Then I tried making the ship move when I was like that. Be right back. Be right back. Okay, guys. Anyways, where was I? So after I did that, I realized that I physically could not make a game like this, so I simply scrapped the ship from history. Then, once I learned that I could do that, I simply started to make like a UFO thing instead. And then, well, you'll see. I simply locked in and started cooking. But why did I make it this fast? What? I don't remember making it this fast. But anyways, that's literally just the video. I'm sorry that I made it that fast. I have no idea what happened during my editing. Goodbye.